Let me tell you something most people won't. Success is not about luck. It's not about talent. And it's definitely not an overnight thing. Behind every successful person you admire, there's a long, hidden story of failure, rejection, fear, and pain. This video isn't here to comfort you. It's here to wake you up. This is the hard truth about success. Let's start with failure, because failure is the price of admission. At one point, Elon Musk was on the verge of total bankruptcy. His rockets kept exploding. His car company, Tesla, was burning through cash like it was nothing. The world, the media, everyone was saying he was finished. But while the world was laughing at him, he was staying up all night, working, solving problems that no one else dared to face. He put everything on the line for one last rocket launch, one final chance. If this one failed, everything he had built would be gone. It didn't fail. And that single moment changed history forever. The truth is, failure doesn't stop you from succeeding. Quitting those failure is just a data point, a lesson learned. Every time a rocket exploded, he learned what not to do. Most people see failure as a stop sign. Successful people see it as a guidepost, showing them a better way forward. Remember his story the next time you feel like you've hit a wall? That wall isn't the end. It's just part of the path. Now, let's talk about rejection, even from your own dreams. Imagine this. You create something amazing. You pour your heart and soul into it. You build your dream from the ground up, and then you get kicked out of it. That's exactly what happened to Steve Jobs. He was fired, not from some random job, but from Apple, the very company he co-founded in his garage. It's the ultimate betrayal. Most people would have been broken. They would have begged or just given up entirely. But Jobs didn't. He didn't let that rejection define him. He went on to build a new company, and when he finally returned to Apple, he came back stronger, wiser, and more focused than ever before. He then gave the world the iPhone, changing how we live, work, and communicate. The lesson here is powerful. Your life doesn't end when you fall down. It only ends when you refuse to get back up. Rejection doesn't just come from your own creations. It comes from everywhere. And sometimes, rejection is what forges a king. Take Jack Ma. He failed his college entrance exams multiple times. He applied for dozens of jobs and was rejected by every single one. He tells the story of applying to 30 different companies, and all of them said no. He even applied to be a manager at KFC, and out of 24 applicants, he was the only one they turned away. He had no money, no special skills, and no powerful connections. All he had was a relentless belief in his idea for an online marketplace. That belief became Alibaba, one of the biggest e-commerce giants on the planet. So remember this. Rejection is not proof that you are weak or that your idea is worthless. It's proof that you are being tested. The world is testing your resolve, your commitment. Every no you hear is just a stepping stone on your way to that one. Yes, that can change everything. Success also loves patience, something most people have very little of. In a world obsessed with instant gratification and getting rich quick, Warren Buffett played a different game. He didn't chase trends. He didn't rush into flashy investments. While others were frantically buying and selling, he waited. He did his homework, found great companies, and then he was patient. Years passed. Decades passed. And that unwavering patience is what made him one of the richest men alive. The hard truth is that slow progress is still progress. Making a small step forward every single day is infinitely better than standing still. We often overestimate what we can do in a day, but drastically underestimate what we can do in a year. The desire for instant results is what makes people quit. Don't fall into that trap. Stopping hurts you far more than moving slowly. It's also crucial to understand that your start does not define your finish. Howard Schultz, the man who built the Starbucks empire, grew up in the housing projects of Brooklyn. His family was poor, and life was a struggle. When he had the vision for Starbucks, he was rejected by investors over 200 times. 200. They told him Americans would never pay for expensive coffee, but he didn't let his past or their rejections decide his future. He held on to his vision. Today, there's a Starbucks on almost every corner in the world. His story is a powerful message. Your circumstances don't have to be your destiny. Your past is not a life sentence. It's your drive, your willingness to fight for your future, that truly matters. Ultimately, all these stories boil down to one thing: turning your pain into your power. Think about Oprah Winfrey. She was told she wasn't good enough for television. She was fired from her job as a news anchor. She faced incredible hardship and was doubted at every turn. She could have let that pain break her, but instead, she used it. She turned every ounce of that pain into her purpose. She used her own story of struggle to connect with millions of people, to build empathy, and to create an empire of media, inspiration, and influence. The truth is, your story, your struggles, your pain, they can either break you or they can build you into something unbreakable. The choice is always yours. You can be a victim of your story, or you can be the hero of it. So here's the hard truth that no one ever wants to say out loud. Success does not care about your excuses. It doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if things are unfair. It doesn't listen when you complain. The universe doesn't owe you anything. The people who win, the people who actually achieve their dreams, are the ones who keep going when it hurts. They're the ones who show up on the days they don't feel like it. They are the ones who do the work when no one is watching. They embrace the struggle because they know it's part of the journey. The pain of discipline is temporary, but the pain of regret lasts forever. This is your wake-up call. You don't need more motivation. Motivation is fleeting. You need discipline. You don't need to get lucky. Luck is a byproduct of consistent effort. You need consistency. And most importantly, you do not need anyone's permission to start chasing a better life for yourself. The only permission you need is your own. So start now. Start messy. Fail forward. Learn from your mistakes. And never, ever quit on yourself. Because the hottest truth of all is this: your future self is watching you right now through your memories. They're counting on you. Don't disappoint them. If this video pushed you to think differently, give it a like, subscribe for more truths, and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. This is your moment. Don't waste it.